One more time. So you walk into this restaurant with your Nerf gear on your waist, and you feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking from disgrace. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. Yeah, most times you can't hear them talk, but other times you can. All the same old cliches. It's a toy, not for a man. And you always seem outnumbered, and you don't dare make a stand. And here I am, on the road again. There I am, playing HvZ. Here I am, playing Nerf Star again. There I go, turn the page. Yep, pretty much that's today. I had to shoot this again because the lighting was effed. Okay, the one time I tried not to sit on my bed and do it, the lighting is just, it's just this room. I'm sorry, guys, but also I do have sort of a John Lennon sort of bed lifestyle. Everybody sort of knows that knows me, and I know Jason B is gonna call me up in about 10 minutes and say, "Hey, Chris, I didn't know about that." So how was HvZ this year? Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad, which is sad. Because everything I had a problem with, in the winter, HvZ, non-issues. Complete non-issues. People got hits. They got hit. They called it. They didn't BS. They didn't lie around it. They called it. They were cool. Okay? I didn't have any problems with calling hits this year. Pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. No weapon malfunctions. No weapon problems. And this year I had the nice shoes. I was able to grip the ground and not slip and fall and everything. I did really great. As a matter of fact, I was not tagged ever by a zombie. Awesome. However, okay, they can say that maybe they survived, maybe nobody survived. There was this last stand round, but that because of what happened to me in round 1, I was not in the last stand round. And why was that? Well, in round 1, I was crossing a dry riverbed, and I started to panic shake and not know where I was. Vertigo. Everybody knows in my league that pretty much I have a vertigo issue when it comes to ladders, and that's my fear of standing on unstable things and falling. I do not have the same fear when it comes to planes or being on a helicopter or like high-rise buildings or anything like that. It's the fear of like bad footing, you see. Very few people have this kind of fear. It's a neurotic fear. A neurotic one that can either send you manic or paralyze you. All of a sudden I was paralyzed and I was trying to cross the creek. Well, I was dizzy and disoriented till probably end of round 3. I could not hit anything outside of 30 feet effectively. I could see people, but they were blurred. Much like if you took too much pot or if you were on drugs or something. And some of my darts missed by mere inches or mere hairs. It was, but I could tell that the dart was not diverted in path. It didn't actually hit him. I was like, oh man, shit. And here I am, the long gun shooter. So now these guys were really cool. When I went to lunch at the end of round 3, I told them about my issue. I just got to get some Gatorade cool down. Well, here, man, here's some Gatorade. This thing, a game organizer actually handed me a Gatorade. They didn't charge me for anything. It was just like totally cool. So before I say anything bad, I want to say that I think they really did their best to do a good job and everything. And on most things they did. Now, why did I leave and go in my car and go, Argh, I just don't want any more of this game anymore. And my head is killing me. And I got to be able to drive back to Valencia. And I don't know if it's going to get worse or better. I don't want to be stuck, camping in my car, sitting there in the middle of, Camarillo and having to sleep until it clears up. So, basically, let's put it this way. Round 3. Round 3 was an interesting round. Because you can tell that the HvZ organizers wanted to get rid of the best players, okay? They picked 3 captains. Those 3 captains, one was a guy I've never seen before, but I know he's a good player. I mean, he is, okay? Ferris McIntyre and Kyle Pettigrew. Now, Kyle Pettigrew was leader of my fire team, and me and Ferris, well, we sort of play a little here and there, as everybody does. She's one of the best players there, okay? So, they picked that. They didn't tell everybody what was going on. They just picked the captains, right? So, oh, and one more thing, folks, like, we are going to put a fake zombie on your team. That's right, one of your players is going to be a zombie, and you're not going to know who it is. Okay, alright. So, we're looking. I'm thinking it's some girl that is friends with Jason B. It wasn't her, actually. It was the guy with the fluffy hat. Who the hell wears a fluffy hat in the summer anyway? I don't know. But anywho, some of these people wear so much gear. It's just amazing. I wear shorts and a shirt, and I didn't even get tagged out, okay? I'm great, you know? So, then we see Kyle, and Kyle talks to this guy, talks strategy, and you couldn't do anything. He did such slide, because he knows what I would have done. If you would have ran for him and tried to get him, I would have just blasted him. But he does it when we're talking strategy. His hands back. Sorry, Kyle, you're a zombie. I immediately pull out the RX and blast him right where the spinal cord joins the shoulders, joins the neck. And I immediately ran to my crew and said, oh, he's the fake zombie. Because there is a way of pulling it off to where they never know who the fake zombie is, but this guy obviously didn't know that. So, we keep playing. He's still got his gun in his hand. He's got a Nerf strife and a bandana. What is wrong here? I'll tell you what's wrong. Gun zombie. They decided to spring that on us. So the rest of the day we were just being sprung, just all stuff, which is kind of cool in a way, you know, the surprise stuff in a way, but in a way it's flimsy. So then we were playing around where we had 8 pictures we had to grab and go back. But then the zombies grabbed the pictures and we couldn't have them. So we lost that round. And then there was... Oh, and by the way, all of a sudden, because you don't have the pictures, your safe zone's not safe. Rain! And, you know, and it's just like, some of it's adventurous, but there's to a point where things are too flimsy. There has to be official sets of rules that have to be official. Okay? Round 5, we had 3 boxes we had to catch. So what happens? They move them. Okay, and then they make up another objective. Oh, yes, so if the zombie's home for 15 minutes, the mega zombie goes and takes over. What are we going to do? You know? So, it was that kind of a game. It was very well done. The slip and fall stuff. Remember, in round 5 of HvZ, the very end, I slipped and fell and was tagged. Many people argue, I don't give a shit, but many people argue, okay, that shouldn't have been a tag, whatever, you know, and because it was a fault. Well, this time, when somebody slipped and fell down a hill or something, or anything, they paused the game, and they picked them up, and they recovered, and everyone went back, and there it was, you know. When I played, that wasn't so. There were no amends around when it happened, so it wasn't a clean kill, but this time, we did extremely well. And I was never tagged or anything, you know. So, it's really cool. My master key, nobody ever became even within my range to even be hit with the master key. Except for a couple of times, but I panic fired with the Retaliator, and I usually got him. And the Retaliator, the RX, is so much better than the Super. It has just enough power to go up hills and throw darts just screaming at them. And it does the nicest thing of all. Even if you miss them, which a lot of my shots are warning shots. I don't tell people that. But I would say 2/3 of my misses are actually warning shots. There is some level of variability when you got outdoor climate, long range, and you got wind, and just the fact it's a Nerf dart. There is some variability, okay? But truth be told, most of my shots, if I hit you, I was intending to. And most of my shots, if I didn't hit you, I was intending to throw you away or just quickly fire a dart in your general direction to tell you to piss off. Very good. Most people, they saw my dart go over their head or beside them or whatever, and they booked it. Most zombies just booked it. I had a couple that stayed around, and they always ended up getting shot. So it's the whole thing of being a defensive long range shooter is that a lot of your stuff is simply defining the lines and controlling where the players go, including zombies, and diverting people and also cover fire for your teammates. And I gotta say it, I think I had the best HvZ game of my life. Now put in mind, this is official HvZ. I've only been to 2 of them, but in other games with leagues and stuff, I have played Humans vs. Zombies with my friends and this and that, you know. I mean, look at my hair, it's a mess. I've been like up in the hills and stuff playing today. It's crazy, but I mean, honestly, I really had a good time. I think it was a really good game. I'm not going to be there on the 21st, unfortunately, but if you guys want to have some fun, if you want to play a game that's going to get you some ass, got me? Go play HvZ. HvZ! So anyway, this is Chris Cartea. Peace out. Bye.